Listen, I know what I said. I know what I said. And what I said was that I was going to be on time. And here we are, almost time for episode 5, and I'm just putting up 4. I'm going to fix it. I really am. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Ray. We are reviewing Snowfall, season number 4, episode number 4, expansion. Listen, I think I said it last time. I think we were concerned because John Singleton passed away. But what I know is he's a director. What I know is the writers are still there and they are giving me all kinds of life. Y'all let me know down below in the comments if you think that they're doing the show some justice. I know that I do. I know I feel like that they are. Let's get into it. I'm gonna go scene by scene because I couldn't split this up. Like whoo, child. Deep breaths, right? Let's go. You remember last episode when Wanda was smoking crack and her tooth came out? Well, now she's trying to sell the tooth. I thought it was going to be like she had a come to Jesus moment. And she was going to feel like, I'm too vain. No, she was like, it's got silver filling in it. I'm selling a tooth. Anybody want a tooth for the silver filling? I mean, if this is not an accurate portrayal of what a crackhead would look like a real strung out crackhead from the jump, I don't know what he is. But Leon happens to be there and she says, Lee, I got a tooth. I mean, he looking at her with so much pity in his eyes. He gives her a little money and him and Fatback going over there to the hamburger stand to get them some food. All the while, Scully is across the street watching them saying, ain't that nigga right there? If y'all don't like that word, listen, those are the words that they're using, and I'm only going with what they're doing, right? Next thing you know, honey, because Fatback ain't paying attention, his fat ass ordering food, wanting Leon to order him some food. And listen, they make that quick U-turn, Scully's crew, and shoot up the block. Fortunately for Leon, Wanda saw it happening, and she screams, Leon, or Lee, or whatever, honey, and that was their saving grace. Because had she not said anything, they would have been goners, ghosts, dead, finish. Unfortunately, Wanda gets hit by a bullet. Unfortunately, you know, she's down. I'm shocked. I mean, listen. If this isn't an accurate portrayal of what it looked like in LA, like that is where people would mostly get shot and drive-bys would happen at the hamburger stand. There's a couple hamburger stands in the areas that I've grown up in and the places that I've actually lived that are still, you'd be like, I'm not going out there because they still be having beef and there's a possibility you could be out there at the wrong time standing next to somebody from that set and it gets shot up, okay? So like the authenticity of this scene, baby, let me tell you. Well, he rushes, you know, call the ambulance. She's blinking out. I'm all like, I know we ain't dying. I know we not killing Wanda. I know her part ain't that big, but I like Wanda. I like Wanda because Wanda is the truth. Most people in their family have someone who was on crack. Has someone who looks like that. Now, I was fortunate not to have anybody strung out, but it's a thing. I know people that did, right? They skip on over to Franklin and Tinashe, honey, getting it on, flipping it, rubbing it down from the back flat, honey, on the top, missionary, looking like they're having a good time, and the phone rings and the answering machine picks up, and I guess that's her cousin, whomever it is, tells her that there was a shootout at the hamburger stand. Next thing you know, Franklin's pager is going off. Then we see cut, whoop, over to the hospital, and Franklin walks in. There's Leon and his crew. There's Fatback. I'm imagining Fatback is the one that called him, because the greeting that Leon gave Franklin was not one of, man, help me out. How you doing? What's good? This is what happened. It's not one of that, right? Leon is cold as fuck. And it's like, what you want, Saint? That was your boy, your best friend. When you was in juvie, he was still your friend. I feel like he was probably holding him down when he was in juvie. But no, like, this is like cold. And so Franklin, you know, talks to him and he says, you know, listen, check this out. We both now have an issue with Scully. Let's join forces. Leon dismissed him entirely. No, I'm good. I was like, you know, I was really looking at Leon like, I get it, right? I get that you feel like you were done dirty by Franklin, by him not, you know, having Louis run everything. It's because of the amount of business savvy that she has, the way that she thinks, how intelligent she is. Like, she's a boss bitch. And you kind of reckless and wild, Leon. So, I get what you're feeling, right? But you really should be shaking it off. And you know that you feel away. You see it in his face. Like, when he dismisses him, you can see in his face, like, man, I probably shouldn't have done that. Leon tells Fatback, listen, figure out where Scully is. Hire a private investigator. You got the dumb leading the dumb, the blind leading the blind. Because he on what? A PI? Fatback, get your life together. So then we see Teddy and he goes to visit Ivy because he's all like, what's up? Where's my money or my guns? I really want my guns. I gave you the money to secure it already. Like, that's what this is about. I need an update. And so, you know, Ivy comes with the, well, you know, they never left Beirut, right? They never left Beirut. What's their names? Hezbollah. They say the money that they sent the money. But the money never reached the bank account. When they called the bank was like, oh yeah, it was in, and then it was out just that fast. $15 million now is gone. $15 million of Reed's money for these guns is nowhere to be found. The guns never left Beirut, and then my $15 million has disappeared too. This seems mighty fishy to me. I don't know you. It seems mighty fishy because remember now, Ivy ain't got no money. Right? Season 3, he was in a bad situation. Ivy don't have no money. Y'all, forgive me while I'm trying to fix my hair. I'm trying to give y'all like a little bit of a 90s look, right? That cracked me up. Well, Fatback did his job and found a private investigator. Black people, the assistant is the mama. And they come in with 2 pieces of information. His street name is Scully and that he lives in the bottoms. They don't have no other information. And the PI is like, that's all you got? I ain't gonna be able to go by that. They drop a wad of money down. Pop. He said, I think I can figure something out. I literally thought to myself, money is the root of all evil. It is really true. Like, if you have enough money, you can get anything done. If it's for the right price, people will climb trees and act like monkeys for you. Like, that's how I felt. So last week, Councilman Davis, first name Paul, said that we need to have lunch. And this week we're having lunch at the country club. And the country club is all fine black people, upstanding, upscale, well-to-do black people. Honey, all of the wait staff and the people that work there are also of African descent. So I'm looking like yes to this. And what country club is this portraying though? I'm really trying to figure that out. If you are from LA and you know what country club they trying to say this is this supposed to be Westchester, the Westchester Golf Club? I don't know where this is. Y'all let me know. Cause I ain't never known to know country club that's all black. Was it in Ladera? Was it in Baldwin Hills? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. Hook your girl up, cause I need to know. I don't know. Maybe I should do a little research. Let me just keep going. A young boy came up that was in college. A young man in college came up, and accolades were given to him by Councilman Davis about, you know, him having a year left to graduate, etc., etc. And I thought that was just a tad bit of envy across Franklin's face. Just a smidge. I don't know. But let me just tell you this, okay? When Paul got to talking about they drug money and I can't be associated with it, and, you know, giving the whole Rolls Royce example, like kind of like, you know what, I don't want to get into business with you because of this, right? When he starts talking like that, I love the fact that Sissy hit the Uno reverse card. Reverse, my nigga, because listen, What we ain't is stupid, okay? What we not gonna do is incriminate ourselves. We got systems in place that is cleaning this money, that it is laundering this money so that it's clean and comes out on the other side. We have businesses and LLCs that's going through offshore corporations. Like when she hit him with that, all he could do was be quiet, you know, and it's just like this invisible tangerine. I thought to myself, sissy, who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girl? Like, that's how I felt. Who run this mother? Because we are brilliant and think fast on our feet. No disrespect to any other fellas. I'm just saying that I love the way that they portray the ladies. That we, you know, that we can hold our own too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. So he ends up agreeing to, you know, start them off with a small little business, right? They're going to get a 6% return. It's an 18-month loan, and that's when they'll receive their return on the 6% interest, right? Let me just say right now that he ended up giving them a church as their project, right? As who they're going to loan the money to. Just get that out the way, because I'm going to come back and say that again anyway, right? So then we see Leon at the hospital with Wanda. Oh, not yet. Wanda, his little henchman, called, paged him. They showed up. Wanda ain't dead. I thought she was dead. I was going to be sad, right? But she's out of surgery now. And, you know, he's like, listen, talking to some nurse that is very beautiful, and was like, I want to pay to keep her in here, you know, because he don't have a business savvy that's required to know that there's a business office. We see Reed at his warehouse, and his boss, his CIA boss, comes to visit. You know, he's checking out his bruises because they got fucked up. They was looking real bad when they visited Avi at that bar. But the boss is like, you know, how long have you been doing this? Everybody needs a break at times. Reed's in. You understand me? Reed is in. He's not even benefiting really from the fruits of his labor. But he is in, like, all the way deep dive, undercover, but not really, because all the people that are around him know that he's CIA, right? They talk about the issue with Tijuana, how the DEA is upset, how DFS is like, listen, they came in and messed up. The DEA is upset about what's happening. And Reed, you know, from season 1 Reed to season 4 Reed, he is an entirely different person. Reed is like, so what you gonna do? I mean, I'm bringing $8 million a month. Is that what he said? Or a year? Whichever it was, $8 million, I think it's a month. I think it was a month, because I was like, ooh, that's a lot of money. Had to be a month. So what you gonna do? Nothing. I need you to do a financial write-up on Avi, because like me, Reed feel like something ain't right. Something just ain't right. Like, what's happening? I feel like Avi is stalling because maybe he did take the money. Maybe he's moving and shuffling the money for what he wants to get himself back on top, and just gonna double back around and get Reed his money. Because, you know, as much of a square as Reed is, he is not to be played with. He does know people in high places. Well, honey, Scully is at the taco joint with his people, and the private eye has found him and is taking a picture of him. And one of the henchmen get up, and I thought to myself, ooh, he has been caught. But no, he wasn't caught. He was hollering at the girl, but he got pictures of Scully now. So now here's where we see what type of project Councilman Davis had gave Sissy and Franklin. And Sissy says, listen, don't forget why we're doing this. Don't forget why we are doing this. And, you know, Franklin goes off on this tangent, this little rant about it's for the good of the community, blah, 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 blah. And Sissy's like, no, I want my son out of the drug game. You promised me, and what are you going to do about it? I need a timeline. How long are we going to do this? And I want to feel like we're going to be safe and get out of this alive. Come on, Sissy, tell the truth. The only reason I'm doing this and helping you out, son, is because I want you to be safe. Because I love you. Yeah, the money is great. It looks good, but I want you out. So I jumped in it as my real estate guru having self, so that I can help you get out faster, quicker, sooner. So, okay, so the kids aren't dead. Yay, right? I wish they had told us how the kids got from point A to point B. Maybe they were already at the sister's house, but also goes to visit. And she's all like, they'll be back in a couple days. They really want to see you. He's all like, they don't need nothing to do with me. And here's some money. And she pretty much says, fuck you and your money. Do you really think that I wanted to be, have my life deterred and raise my sister's children? Like, that's not what my life was going to be about. That ain't what I wanted to do. Bet, I get it. I get it. Instant family. Add water, right? Well, when we see Alton and Sissy in the kitchen, Alton does not like Paul Davis. Says that councilman is a snake and you gonna get bit by the snake. And Sissy says, I'm gonna chop his head off and get me a new snake. You understand me? Like, I understand the game that I'm in. He thinks he's gonna get over. If he thinks that he's gonna get over, he's in for a rude awakening, okay? And Alton's like, I didn't mean to get you all in an uproar, babe. Let's sit down and let's have some meal. Let's eat together. Let's break bread as an apology. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really like that they got back together. I'm glad that they work out, right? That they've worked out. So, Sissy, like, what's the timeline? What's the end of this? It prompted Franklin to meet up with Reed, at a bar to have a conversation. He wants to know, how long is this war going to be? How long am I going to be employed doing this? Like, pretty much, once this is done, I'm out of a job. But that's not what he meant. He wanted to know, because when it's over, it's over. When it's up, then it's up, then it's up, right? It's done and it's finished. And Reed pretty much says, listen, 4 to 6 years, but honestly, if I'm being straight with you, I don't know. It's a guerrilla war. I don't know how long it's going to take. So Franklin says, so if I double my efforts, if I expand, if I make more money, does that mean it can go faster? Oh, okay, you believe what he said? Not necessarily. That is not necessarily true. Just because you have more funding does not mean it's going to end sooner, right? Well, we get back to the hospital and Lee is visiting with Wanda, who is giving the nurse all kinds of hell. Lee is like, calm down. Like, calm down, relax. They trying to help you. This is going to make you better. You're going to be clean. That's a good thing, too. Like, I want to see if she bounces back and, turns her life around. Like, does she get good? Does she end up being like Mel? Mel is the typical, like, auntie who used to be on drugs, even though she's young, right? Auntie who used to be on drugs and then found the Lord. That's Mel. I want to see what Wanda's gonna do. I want them to have her clean and still keep her as a fixture of the show. Nevertheless, he tells her, if you bounce, if you leave, we're done. He has a soft spot for Wanda. Wanda asks him to stay. Could you just please stay the night, because nobody else is coming? She didn't burn all her bridges. He really the only person that she got left. He has a soft spot for her. He still loves her, right? And I think that he feels like he's partially responsible for her being on them drugs like that. Now, he can't take responsibility for her starting to smoke that pipe. He did bring her into the world. So, because I think that she showed them how to do the crack, or no, she didn't show him. It was the people up in Oakland, right? But it was, she was in there making it in the crack house, right? When that first go round. And she ended up getting herself hooked. If y'all don't remember that, go back to season 1. I got a whole record of it. Anyway, let me keep going. So Franklin gets back with his crew, which is Louie and Jerome and what's his name? Lupo? Loop. I don't know what his name is, child. But nevertheless, says we need to expand. We need to double our income, double our selling power, right? And talk about where they can't go. New York crack is already in New York, so we can't even do that. But Louie's like, I got a homegirl and her husband in Little Rock, Arkansas. Let's go there. So he tells her, go take Peaches and you and Jerome, and you go and we do like we did. You show them how to rock it up and you sell it first for free, and then boom. Well, we see Tinashe is in the bar working. My question is, what is she doing? What is her plan? She goes in there and she asks Louie for a job. What is her plan? I feel like there's something that we don't know. That she's got a plan, that she's got something going on that we don't know nothing about. So I feel like we need to watch Tinashe, right? I know she wants her own, like, it would be fine if we like she want her own money, right? but because Franklin been shacking up there, you know, Franklin been giving her some money, and I know that that's gonna run out. I just feel like there's something more that is behind her motives, right? Y'all let me know if you agree with me, or am I just pulling that out the air? Maybe. So Leon and Fatback, the PI has found some things out about Scully. Okay, he visits 3 places, one of which is his grandmother's house that he visits most frequently. So, you know, they like, oh yeah, this must be what a nigga says to store his money. The PI's like, okay, get out. Like, get out. Like, get out. Like, it was too much for the PI. Which also I feel like, listen, I feel like that's gonna be an issue. Just hold on. Like, I feel like because he feels like he's giving them this information, it's gonna be an issue. Back at at Alton's homeless shelter, John, remember John with the 2 kids and the mama's missing, who's probably also on drugs somewhere. John comes in. He was supposed to get the baby some diapers, honey. He was out smoking and drinking, came back high. Little Dwight, whatever little boy name is mad at his daddy, wants to knock him on his ass. Like, your daughter is sitting here pissy. You know, she got a hell of a diaper rash right now, Dad, and you out here smoking crack and drinking alcohol or whatever it is you doing, whatever your vice is, that it ain't cool. And in watching that, right? So in this time frame, in the 80s, right, I would have been in junior high, elementary, junior high probably, and I swear I thought to myself, this is exactly why people in my age bracket don't really fuck with hard drugs like that. Like, if you did, you know, it was an anomaly, but for the most part, the consensus was none of us. If we were in high school in the 90s, or junior high school in the 80s, anything about that time, and you saw your family deteriorating and you saw your community deteriorating, that was the whole Dare Say No to Drugs campaign by Nancy Reagan. All of that stuff was around that time. We didn't do drugs like this new generation who thinks like popping mollies and drinking lean and doing all this. That wasn't us, because we saw the effects of what it had on the family in our community. Then we see Irene again. And Irene goes and tries to leverage Alton again at the homeless shelter. But, you know, giving all his, your wife, and I want to do a piece on your wife, and you were a Black Panther, etc., etc. He's all like, listen, bitch, don't come in here again looking for no story, because you ain't gonna find one. You a liar. The end, period, point blank. Carry yourself right along. Lerp, that's the boy's name. Lerp drops Franklin off, and he's all like, I'm dropping this job too. This is too much for my soul, my spirit. It's one thing to see bloodshed, you know, in the military, but our own people killing one another, I cannot do it. I have to get out. This is not for me. Franklin tries to convince him and says, listen, you can't go right now. Not right now. I need you. I'm going to double your salary. And then once this all blows over, you know, all this stuff blows over, then you can go run off to the Peace Corps for all I care. I don't even care. But you need to be here for now. Listen, you know that he is standing for something. This ain't it. I'm sorry, sir. I'm not going to be able to do it. Drives on off. Franklin goes on to his car. Everybody ain't built for this. Everybody is not built for this lifestyle. So then Irene, she gets home, right? She's disappointed. She ain't got no leave from Alton. But guess what? Tony Marino is sitting in her living room. Remember, she been calling, trying to get to him. He's DEA, right? So, and nobody was answering. He was ignoring them, but he showed up in the house. Not only did he show up in the house, he ran her whole bio down. Who she was married to, who her family was, where she went to school, who her kids are, the whole thing. Probably know why she got a divorce and everything. And she's all like, what do you want? Well, I want to make sure that you're going to follow through. If I give you this information, are you going to follow through with what I've provided for you? And he gives her a accordion folder full of documentation of what's going on. And as she reads it, she's all like, son of a bitch. It's the CIA, right? It's bigger than Frank. It's bigger than Saint, and it's bigger than Lorena. It goes further than them. And she's like, Reagan? Now we know, you know, comes out, it's the CIA. He said, listen, she was like, he's like, I'm not going to cite no sources, but I'll walk you through all the documents that I have. I'll give you 1 hour of my time. And that's it. That's all. Well, this is when the shit hits the fan. Baby, let me tell you. the accuracy. So Leon and Fatback and two other people. Leon and Fatback are on the passenger sides, on the passenger sides of the car, and they're sitting there scoping out the grandmother's house, right? Waiting on Scully to show up. We see an ice cream man. I was like, what is the significance of that? And he's crossing the street. Well, as he crosses the street, Scully's team, his crew, Scully's people show up on the side, and because the ice cream truck is there, it has to be the ice cream man, the little cart man. They have to stop really hard, and just so happens he looks over. They meet eyes. That's that nigga Leon right there. Next thing you know, it is guns a-blazing, shots fired, sitting right next to each other, damn near close range, point blank. You ain't no way people ain't dying in this instant. Leon gets out the car and he goes to the car. He was like, yeah, motherfucker, something got you now, nigga. And there is Khadijah holding the baby Tiana, who is dead, lifeless. Baby, let me tell you that my heart and my soul, came out, all my pores, I don't know, hit the bottom of my stomach, came up through. I was just like, this is so fucking realistic. Like, that is exactly what the shit looked like. Nobody was safe. Like, Scully wasn't even in the car. So everybody is dead in the car except 4. So you got 4 people in their car dead. 2 people in Leon's car dead. Only him and Fatback are living. And you got Khadijah holding her baby crying. All Leon is saying is, oh fuck, oh fuck. He is fucked is what it is. It is a lot to take in. And if you paid attention, when he got out the car and he got shooting up the car from the front, she was yelling, no, no, no. You could hear it because the baby, you know what I'm saying? And she probably didn't know what was going on to cover the baby in time. Lord, it was a lot, y'all. It was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. And so I know I'm not going to be late on next episode because I need to know what happens. I need to know what the next steps is, and are they gonna portray that shit right too? Like, cause right now they are Johnny on the spot. They are not missing a beat. Okay, y'all. That ends this episode. Y'all, let me know what you think about this episode. Like, I felt like it was an accurate portrayal. I think they did a wonderful job. I'm all in. Like, y'all know I do Snowfall because I'm from LA and this is my era. This is, I was running the streets a little bit during this time, okay? Thank you so much for watching my review of Snowfall Season 4, Episode number 4. Number 4. If it's your first time visiting my channel, definitely click the subscribe button. Be a part of my family. Become a ray of sunshine. Click the notification bell and click all so you get all the notifications of all the videos that I upload going forward. Like this video and definitely share it with the people in the group that you were talking about, because I'm the shit. I'm the realest. I know what's up. I love you in real life and want every good thing God has in store for you, even if you don't know what that is for yourself. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you on the next review.